and I'm going to treat this like a war. And I'm just going to get in, and then I'm going to get out. And maybe the government can learn a little bit about what they're doing overseas. You just got to go in, say what you got to say, and you got to get out. So basically the only thing I wanted to say about the Carnage nature sadistic video is that when you're dealing with this pain and suffering that you're talking about, like this oil equals death equation, is you can't internalize it. It needs to be venting. It needs to have space. Whatever that means to you, basically, or you could divine it and play the semantic games, and we could belabor and beleaguer and befuddle each other, whatever other B words we want to become. So, you know, like back in the day, they used to have what, be-ins, happenings, you know, that, like just be, baby. So that was the one thing. And the other thing I wanted to say was that in addition to being open and having the space is can't intellectualize all the time, especially when dealing with pain and suffering. That's a surefire way to fully internalize it. So if you're you have to kind of take it from the head quality to the heart quality. Once again, all I say is, what does that mean to you? I couldn't tell you exactly what those words mean. I could tell you more detail, but you know, I'm not here to be full of that. You know what I mean? And then at the conclusion of my little Nature's War video, info for the Gov and just kind of my hash on the whole suffering, carnage, blood, oil, the Mendham view is awareness. Know what's going on. You know, whether it's what you're watching on television, what your kids are watching, what your hypothetical existence is doing in terms of how you're taking care of your biz, personal. You know, we don't need robots. We don't need any more automatons. We could save the burger and the fries, and just really, we need thinkers. You know what I mean? People that can take the challenge and like play with the Rubik's Cube of life, and not be sitting there thinking that everything's going to get handed out to them like some kind of subservient welfare system or something. And I just wanted to also bring out a couple of points that my personal reflection on some of the things that I'm hearing directly from this video is that talking about raising consciousness, basically. And you know, even though it's hidden behind a huge level of crassness and in your face, kind of over the top in a way, and the immediate thing is, you know, shield yourself from the. But that's the foolish knee-jerk way of dealing with stuff. The truth is, in behind what's masked behind what you're hearing is actually what I see as a raising of consciousness and awareness, specifically dealing with suffering. And I mean, I'm not going to really address specifically the Holocaust. As far as I'm concerned, the magnitude of that event, it just speaks for itself, whatever. But it's certainly, I find a lot of circles it's constantly used and used and used. So I'll let it rest. And I don't know. The other thing, I was just thinking of like that whole crass thing, like almost as if like Howard Stern. I almost think of him as somewhat almost evil because he seems like he knows more than what's happening. So I think of that kind of in your face type of way of communicating, although it's far from how I express myself. But who cares? Whatever. Why would I even want to go down that road? And the other thing, and probably maybe the most challenging thing for in general, just my whole take on it, and where I really differ from so many of the last 18 videos that I've heard from about 4 or 5 people. I won't go into names, but you guys go back and forth. So I mean, I recognize spirit or some kind of spirituality, and when I hear this type of conscious resistance talk, I mean, it hits me in a place where I feel is spirit. And I'm just going to, once again, I'm going to back off and leave it alone, because, with the departure, and just continue with that warlike quality of kind of say what you got to say, and let's move through. And I'm open to any conversation or development, because that's basically goes back to my first point of venting, open space, and awareness. And then my other point, so I might as well just say them all, is just going from the head quality to the heart quality. And if you want to know more about what that means, then you can ask me in any form, whatever. But anyway, I also wanted to just recognize that I've been watching the series, and there's been a lot of ways and thoughts of participating, and I was going to address it in a more specific form, so maybe I'll just leave it for that, and I'll just sign off. And that's what you got.